so much in his life. He's told us the stories. He's got problems with his legs. He's disabled. Why am I telling you this? He's come through things. Nothing stops him. He's got a car. His legs don't stop him he's incredible. He's a great example. And where he lives, I said to him, let me tell you, you don't have to even speak one word in this neighbourhood, because everyone knows that you are amazing. You've come through this, with all this disability. It makes all these who have got problems think, well, if I can do it, surely I can do it. Without even words, he's brought a spirit in of the kingdom. Never think that you're not worthy, or that nobody would ever think anything about you because you're not so, you know, I'm so good looking. But you know, so what? If you haven't got a personality to go with it, and what I mean by personality is this. If you see us struggling to find a partner, and you think to yourself, why can't I attract the right one? In my journey, there's been so many things happening to me that affected me at a certain period of time. Where I am now is totally different, because I'm in a different reality. The things I did then, knowing what I know now, I would have took a different route. But because I allowed myself to go through these things, it put me in a better level to understand. It's enlightenment. Everything that you go through is another step to the greatest enlightenment than we had before. We could get all the powers that we had before we came here, back home. But to experience this, that's why coming here and the angels stop back home, they'll never experience and jump into this, what we're going to jump into. Even though they've got greater powers, and we're just flesh. This jump in consciousness and appreciation, when you've got everything in heaven, yeah, you can understand why people would go back. But when you've got everything, you've never been without, you've never tasted, you've never gone thirsty, because it's always on top. You've never gone hungry. And I've given this illustration before, because when I was a young boy, I was red hot day, I must have been about 8, and I was going along the cliffs looking for beautiful nests, unusual birds and so forth. And it was a long journey. and there was a seaside caravan site, but it was miles away, and we had to go through the dunes and up, and it was really hard. And by the time I got there, I had a drink, because we were on taps outside, free water. And I said, mate, look, we're nearly there. I'm so thirsty, my mouth was so dry. So dry. It was like hard to swallow, because there was nothing to swallow. Stick. Anyway, I get there, and my mate got there, and I got there, and he was as thirsty as me. And I just says, you go first, you're right, keep going. I'm waiting, he's taking ages. I says, come on man, I'm thirsty, come on. And he says, alright. So he gets out the way. I puts my head right under there. I was so hot, I was sweating. And I had long hair as a little boy. Put my head underneath it. Oh, it was wonderful feeling. Oh man. Would you experience that in heaven? No? Yeah. It's on top. You know. So it tastes much better. Water, when you've been through thirst, it tastes much better. That's all I'm saying. That's why it's not bad to think what we've been through, because it enhances us as our Father's beautiful angels. Yeah, let's carry on. But now I've got to go back onto this again. So it's religious, mainly, pagan, but also the banking system with the control over the kings of the earth. And she has her little prostitutes in different organisations that take bribes, business deals, underhanded, all that goes on. So listen what's going to happen. You may think about the churches as we're reading this. In this way, Babylon the Great will be thrown down violently and never be found again. This crypto, all this stuff will never be found again. It will be gone forever. So if you're thinking that's going to continue on, gold and silver, precious metals, real assets, that's what we have to go back to. The sound of harvests. Now where do you hear sounds of harvests? You got it. Musicians. Where do the musicians play in these big places? Yeah. Flutists, trumpetists will never be heard in you again. When Charles was being paraded, you get all these pomp and ceremony. That's gonna go. I'm sorry, because it's all a part of it. It's those Charles, and it's the King of England and so forth. It's all involved. He thinks he runs a show. Charlie. The sound of harpists, musicians, flutists, trumpeters will never be heard in you again. Nor craftsmen of any trade. So you won't be able to get any stonemasons. You won't be able to get them this and the other day to do any work for you. It's gone, mate. It's fucking gone. And don't even try and even tempt me with your fake currency to come and do a job for you, and you'll pay us in fake currency. On your bike, mate. On your bike. So this is what's going to happen to Babylon the Great. No craftsman of any trade will ever be found in you again. The sound of a mill will never be heard in you again. This is the workings of the system, grinding at the mill. The light of a lamp. Don't they carry the Bible and all that sort of stuff, and the Torah and the Quran and all that? Yeah. The light of a lamp will never shine in you again. So this is going to happen to the churches, the synagogues, the mosques, everything to do with religion. That's being in bed with the prostitute, with the kings of the earth. And the voice of a bridegroom and bride will never be heard in you again. There are many churches, all sorts of denominations talking about the coming of Christ, the bride, and the marriage of the Lamb, and the rapture, and all this. There's heard in her at the moment. She's given free rein to talk about all this, the bridegroom and the bride, and the coming of Christ, the coming of the Mashiach. It will not be heard in you again. And this will happen because your merchants were the nobility of the earth, because all the nations were deceived by your sorcery. Sorcery. Making people believe that this fiat currency is real, and it's not. You know, you spell fiat car. What is real? I can feel real money, even if it's just copper coins. But I cannot feel fiat currency, because it's all digital. Yeah, man. And they're gold, and they're silver. What they say they have, so their gold and the silver is thrown in the streets. So remember at the beginning when I was saying about the 1 troy ounce has been hypothecated so many times. Now there's 1,000 paper certificates, solid these paper, or a guarantee that you can get this silver back. But you can't do it, because it's been how many times now? How many paper contracts have you sent out? And you come back for the real. This is it, you see. Listen. Because all the nations were deceived by your sorcery. This illusion of wealth in the form of digits is sorcery. And the blood of the prophets and the saints, and of all those slaughtered on the earth, these innocent children in Gaza and such places, and the blood of the prophets and the saints and of all those slaughtered on the earth was found in you, sending your armaments to slaughter innocent people, to kill and destroy. You're going to be removed. Babylon the Great will fall in 1 hour. Prepare yourself. That's it. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate you calling in. I don't know when I'll be back. I hope so, I know. But I will be. Oh, I've spilt my water. It's only water, so it's alright. Bless you for coming in. Shalom, shalom.